All right, guys, are we live? Let me check right now if I'm live on my thing. Exit collection. Are we live? Are we live?
Fuck it, let's do it live.
It is live. Perfect. Okay. So I'm Kevin, and right here is Seth,
What's up, guys?
and we are going to be talking about a bunch of different stuff. We're talking about football, basketball. Obviously, we should be talking about football because football matters and it's important, right? So let's first jump off and talk about let's talk about the MVP, right? Let's talk about the MVP. Who is the NFL MVP of this season, right? It's only week 10. Week 10's coming up this Sunday. Thursday, the Broncos play the Raiders already. But let's talk about the week 10 MVP. Nobody on those two teams were even in the conversation. So that game doesn't matter regardless. But Seth, can you please tell me who you believe your MVP is?
It's tough. I feel like I have to go either Matt Stafford, Josh Allen, or Darnold, somewhere in that mix. But right now, Stafford's insane. I mean, have you looked at the numbers? He's got what, 21 touchdowns and 2 interceptions on the season? If I have to pick somebody right now, that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I'm going Stafford as well. Sam Darnold's obviously killing it right now. He's figured it out. He's finally left the terrible New York Jets franchise and the Panthers that gave up on him when he was 3-0 to start that campaign and he got injured. But now he's fell into a groove with Seattle the same way he fell into that same groove with the Minnesota Vikings, and he's grown so much as a player. Sam Darnold's that good. Josh Allen, not a big fan of Josh Allen this year. I think that if you want to do a most valuable, obviously he's the most valuable because that team is terrible, right? Khalil Shakir as their receiver is terrible. Just as their number one. But yeah, I would say Matthew Stafford as well. Matthew Stafford and Darnold are definitely in the mix for me right now. I think
21
those
and
two.
2 for Stafford. That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, and then and it's not and it's and let's be honest about his 21 touchdowns too. I mean, they're at the 1 yard line. Let's throw some slants to freaking Devontae Adams. Let's get some little chippy ones
Yeah, you
for
got
both.
Puka and Devontae on either side. I'm throwing a fade every single time.
Yeah,
I'll just go one side here, one side there, and just keep switching it up every single time for 4 plays.
I mean, I felt bad for Tyler Shuck and the New Orleans Saints when they played last Sunday because I mean those the Rams could have scored any single time they wanted, and they basically did. They had 34 points, and Shuck had a nice drive, but that was basically it. I mean, Matthew Stafford is looking like a prime Matthew Stafford, not a 39-year-old Peyton Manning 2015 Bronco Matthew Stafford. You know?
Look, you got to throw a couple people into the mix as well. I mean, Jared Goff, 17 and 3 this year. That's an incredible start to the year. Drake May, 17 and 4 on a 7 and 2 team. He's got to be in the mix. I don't care how young he is. And as much as a lot of people will hate to admit it, Jalen Hurts is having one of his best years ever. He's got 15 touchdowns and 1 pick to start the year. I mean, you can't really ask for much more to start a season from some of the best quarterbacks in the league. It's insane what we're watching right now. The quality of these games is better than it's ever been.
Yeah, I mean, Jared Goff. Uh, the problem with Jared Goff is he winning those games or is he winning those games himself? Is he the most valuable player, or can Teddy Bridgewater, the former backup last year, can do his job, or the current backup this year, whoever it is, I don't even know who it is, can he do that same job and play well?
No,
Because yes,
no,
Jared, I
absolutely
like Jared Goff too. He's a cute guy. He's good. I mean,
not.
he's a game manager. We have to be honest about
Uh,
Jared Goff.
he might be a game manager because his team is good, but he also, I mean, just look at the numbers. He's a 115 passer rating this year.
His backup is
115.
Kyle Allen, by the way.
And
And
there's no way Kyle Allen's coming in and throwing 17 touchdowns and 3 picks, having a 115 passer rating and a 74% completion percentage. It's not possible. No,
yeah,
I'm
you
not, I'm
you
not
might
letting
you
you have
might
it.
you might be right about that. But I mean, Jared Goff, I with their offensive line does not look good. I've been very low on the Lions since week 3 or week 4 on my power rankings, and and people slander me, and now I'm kind of being proven right that this team is not as good as they were last year. Obviously, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose a lot when you're losing Ben Johnson as your coordinator. Now he's taking the Bears to unbelievable heights. But I believe that Jared Goff right now is not an MVP caliber quarterback. Maybe last year he could have been, but certainly not this year. I want to throw another person in the mix as well.
You gonna say Lamar?
I mean, Lamar is always going to be that good. I mean, I used to be the biggest Lamar hater. I used to call him a coward. I used to call him a running back. I used to say everything bad about Lamar, right? And Lamar, the problem with hating Lamar is that Lamar got a lot better, and he actually worked on his game, unlike multiple quarterbacks in the NFL, like Kyler Murray. That they work on their game, they get better, and Lamar Jackson has gotten a lot better, and that's just the truth.
He has, and they could win 10 in a row. And he's starting the season off with 14-1. I mean, he could end up finishing the year with like 40 touchdowns and 2 or 3 picks, just having an insane year. And you have to give it to him. If they win 10 in a row, he's going to be in that mix. But I mean, at this point in time, we can always speculate what's going to happen. But right now, it looks like Matthew Stafford to me. I don't even think it's a question.
Yeah, it's Matthew Stafford right now for me as well. I mean, if you're gonna throw 1-yard touchdowns to Devontae Adams and get and have him score 3 touchdowns versus the Jaguars in a 40-point blowout, all right, man, you could have the MVP. All right,
give it to him. He deserves one.
You deserve it. But I mean, when
end his career.
Agreed. But when you have good heights and you reach certain ceilings, there's also certain floors you hit as well, certain rock bottoms. And right now, we have to talk about the truly disappointing teams or players in the NFL. Can you give me someone or some team that you believe has really underachieved this season for you?
The Dolphins. I mean, I could really expect that. I mean, Tua's just got a noodle arm and he's absolute trash, but I couldn't have expected this. I mean, they're right at the bottom. They're as bad as the Saints. They're literally as bad as the Saints. It's unbelievable to me to watch how rough it's been in Miami. And the fact that they are keeping McDaniel, I think is a good thing. I think too many teams give up on a coach too quick. Like, fire the GM, which they did. Get rid of the guy who's bringing in the talent, right? Let's find another guy who's going to give the coach who we believe in something more to work with. And right now, I just feel like Miami's my biggest disappointment so far on the year.
Yeah, you can go Miami. I mean, Miami's just really bad. That's what happens when you have a gimmick head coach. I mean, the coach is a nerd. I mean, Mike McDaniel he's not fit to be a head coach. He's fit to be an offensive coordinator, and that's just what it is. There's some madness to his method, right? There's some method to his madness, excuse me. There's some method to his madness, but you need to hone it in, right? You need to put a leash on him. You need to, hey, that's kind of crazy what you're doing. Yeah. Let's pause that. But as a head coach, he has full reins of the offense. He can do as he wants, and now it's showing, and the repercussions are showing. The first year, it looked amazing, right? They had, I think, over 10 wins, made the playoffs, and trickled down the year again, the year prior, the year afterwards, it was like 9 or 8 wins, and then now they're a bottom feeder last year, and this year again they're a bottom feeder. But I think that a big disappointment is Kyler Murray. I mean, people think this Kyler Murray guy is like a savant. I mean, I've never been a big Kyler Murray like stan or lover, but I recognize somebody that's good in college. Then I recognize people that are good for the NFL. And I did not believe that Kyler Murray would be good. And I actually was surprised that he lasted this long, because when you're 5'4" or whatever he is, you can't see. You can't see.
But why is Bryce Young finding success then with not being
because Bryce Young has Dave Canales, and their O-line is legit, and Dave Canales is an exceptional coach. That guy turned Russell Wilson.
He's making Bryce Young look good. So he's definitely a great coach. But is that the problem for Kyler? Is it coaching? Is it the line? Is it the system that he's been brought into?
I don't believe so, because I think Kyler Murray has a problem where he doesn't trust himself, or he doesn't trust his O-line or teammates. I think it's a problem within, because we see Jacoby Brissett doing a 3-step drop, hitting a slant, or hitting a hitch to Marvin Harrison easily. No problems. Or to Trey McBride. Why is Trey McBride having 0 touchdowns with Kyler Murray through the first 5 games or 6 games, and then now with Jacoby Brissett, he's already has 4?
I'm so
that's
happy. I have Trey McBride in fantasy, so I'm dying for Jacoby to play out the year. But Kyler, I mean, it's just so crazy. It's like you really always expected him to get better. I mean, just from a standpoint of talent, do you think that Bryce Young is more talented than Kyler Murray? No,
no,
you don't.
no.
But he looks good right now. Not just better, he looks good. He looks like a solid NFL quarterback. And Kyler, we've seen glimpses, but there should be more. They're a huge disappointment. I mean, they're right up there with the Dolphins. They really are. I could never have expected them to be this rough.
Yeah, yeah, the Cardinals are bad. The Bengals too as well. I mean, you think that their defense would get better after last season because their defense last year was putrid, but they've gotten worse. I mean, they just traded Logan Wilson, who was their captain and wasn't playing a lot. Shamar Stewart, their original draft pick at first round. What's he doing? Right, the A&M guy. What is he doing? That Cincinnati Bengals team is like what are they trying to accomplish? Right, you have Joe Burrow as your quarterback. You know you need an O-line play. They had to address it during the Super Bowl when Aaron Donald was running rampant and their D line for the Rams was running rampant on the Cincinnati Bengals, and Joe Burrow was getting sacked after sacked after sacked, and they didn't address it. They haven't addressed it since, and now they're killing this guy. They're killing Joe Burrow, and you expected Zach Taylor and the front office, right, to hey, let's protect our guy. Let's protect our guy. Let's get some O-line play. But what do? Nope. Let's get T. Higgins and let's sign him to a big contract. That's what they're doing. And they're trying to build from outside in. You have to build a foundation first with O-line play, and they're not doing it, and it's showing. They're truly a disappointment for the season.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you even look at like Marvin Harrison had his little kind of coming out party last week on Monday night, or this week on Monday Night Football. And it's fun to watch. You see him coming out and he's looking better with Brissett. He looks more comfortable. And I think a lot of that, honestly, is just something as simple as the size. Like Jacoby is just big. He can take the hit. So he can stand in the pocket and not have to sprint circles running away from everybody. So there is just a size element that is a huge disappointment. I got to be honest, though, the Jets are like, they're the Jets, but I didn't expect them to be this bad. This is crazy. They're so bad. They handpicked. Right, Aaron Glenn, love him as a coach. They obviously do too. Woody decides to keep him, not fire him, even though they're 1-7. And they trade the entire team. They handpick Justin Fields for whatever reason. I have no idea why. And decide that this is the guy, this is the team. We're going to do something with this. They're a big disappointment to me. It's been really rough to watch. And they've had so many opportunities where they're so close. But it's impossible to win games when you can't throw the football past 5 yards. It is.
Yeah, Aaron Glenn's a moron, right? Let's call a spade a spade. Aaron Glenn's a moron. This guy is he's a defensive coordinator, and I don't even know if he's a good defensive coordinator because that Lions defense last year, all right, they had injuries to the secondary. I understand. There a lot of corners were injured, a lot of safeties were injured. Brian Branch got hurt for like 5-6 weeks straight. Okay, I get it, right? You can't do that much. You can't do much with that. But for him to get a head coaching job after what the Commanders did to the Lions in the playoff game, crazy. You're coming off a bye. You have 2 weeks to prepare for two teams, right? It was the Commanders or whoever the Commanders played, and he had 2 weeks to prepare, and you could not have a game plan to beat the Jaden Daniels-led Commanders. And that's an issue. He goes to the Jets. He goes to the Jets, and then he's like, "Hey, Aaron Rodgers, we don't want you as our quarterback. I want Justin Fields." Moron. Even when I watched Aaron Rodgers played for the Jets, his mobility was a huge issue, right? But he also was coming back quickly from Achilles injury, a torn Achilles, and that's problematic. You saw Kirk Cousins have that same issue, but you never saw the zip out of Aaron Rodgers' throwing arm, him throwing footballs. It never lacked. He still looked like Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball, but the mobility was the issue. And now him saying, "Hey, Aaron Rodgers, I don't want you. I want Justin Fields," is insane. And he's had multiple coaching lapses throughout the season. I mean, versus the Panthers alone, under 2-minute warning, he has his 3 timeouts. It's 4th and 10 with Tyrod Taylor. He punts the ball back to the Panthers. The Panthers only needs a first down to win the game. Why would you give them that chance? A 4th and 10, you can get a PI, you can get a face mask, a legal contact downfield, anything that can help you win. It's only 10 yards too. You can't throw a simple out route. You can't throw a simple in route. That's an issue. But Aaron Glenn and the Jets are a true disappointment. Woody Johnson has to be sick to his stomach right now.
He really must be. But honestly, it's so funny to me that you decided to keep him. I didn't really expect that. I thought he was gone. I thought he was gone after game 4. They looked so bad. I was just like, he's gonna fire him in the halftime show. He's not gonna come out in the locker room for the second half. But he's still there somehow. I mean, that even brings you to the next point. Jaden Daniels, just like so. It's the Commanders are a disappointment, man. I really hope that they would take a next step. Like they got Debo, right? And we're like, oh my God, Debo with Jaden and what they were able to do last year. This is going to be such a special combination. And we've barely seen Jaden play. Now, he obviously has that really gruesome elbow fracture last week, and we know he's out for the year. And it just kind of feels like RG3 all over again. It does. It's sad.
Yeah. The Commanders, the way Jaden Daniels plays is very reckless. I mean, and with Dan Quinn playing him like he's prime Tom Thibodeau and just letting him play in a 30-point blowout, that's an actual issue, right? That's an actual issue. And,
oh man, I love that.
And when you have a guy like Jaden Daniels, you need to protect him, right? You need to protect him from himself most likely, right? Because he is just a reckless runner. He doesn't like to slide, and he's young and green. And I think NFL teams have figured him out, right? I don't. Maybe he can adjust, right? Because some quarterbacks adjust. Like Lamar Jackson was figured out quickly when he played the Bills and the Chargers. The first year in the wild card game, and the Bills in the playoffs again, and the Titans, where he's been figured out, and he worked on his game. He got better. He got much better. Now he's an actual quality pocket passer in the NFL, and he's gotten a lot better. What is Jaden Daniels going to do to become a lot better? And that's the answer. That's the answer that he needs to answer himself, because that's the question he needs to answer himself, because no one else can answer that. He needs to get better. He needs to see the holes. Why are they exploiting me? Why are they exploiting me? Right? But if we're talking about exploitations, we got to talk about the other way around and who's gotten better. How about Caleb Williams and the Bears? I believe Caleb Williams and the Bears have gotten a lot better. Ben Johnson is a great play caller. I think he's the second best play caller besides Kyle Shanahan. That's how good of a play caller Ben Johnson is. Yes, I believe he's better than Sean McVay at play calling. That's how good Ben Johnson is. And Caleb Williams looks legit. He looks like the number 1 overall pick. People are saying, why did he get drafted over Jaden Daniels? He came in with Keenan Allen as his receiver. Remember, he got traded over there. He had DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, a first-round pick. Kmet, he had all these weapons. DeAndre Swift went there. He had all these weapons on his team, and people were very, 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 very disappointed with him his first year. And he's having a coming out party. I mean, he had a beautiful, beautiful game-winning drive to Colston Loveland. Lucky, maybe, but hey, hard work and opportunity means lucky. So that's all that matters. But can you give me your most surprising team or player this season, Seth?
Yeah, I love the Caleb ones, man. I mean, I talk a lot of smack on Caleb. I don't think he has it. I don't think he loves being a football player. He does it because it's something he's good at, kind of like Jokic was with the NBA. Different kind of a status there. But the point being is I think that Caleb is put into a perfect system with one of the best, if not the best play callers in the game. He's got all the talent in the world around him at every single position. They've given him everything to succeed. So I expect him to succeed. That's not even surprising at this point. Daniel Jones is by far the most surprising. We saw Darnold do it last year. Daniel Jones is the most surprising. The Colts are the most surprising team, without a doubt, in my mind. Now, there is also this regression that I expect and have seen with the Colts in the last couple of weeks. They're not going to be able to keep up with what they've been doing for the last 9 weeks. It's just not realistic, right? And Daniel Jones has looked great when you put him into good scenarios with a perfect offensive line and throw him under a little bit of pressure. And you see last week he cracked a couple of times. We saw the Daniel Jones of old. But that's only a small percentage, which is what the standard was for him. So seeing 80 to 90% of the plays, seeing Daniel Jones look confident is very surprising to me. And seeing the guy that once upon a time the Giants saw some greatness in. So he's a huge surprise by far for me.
Yeah, I've always been a Daniel Jones believer. When I saw him at Duke his sophomore year, I'm like, this guy is it. When he played Northwestern, I'm like, this guy has it. He's 6'5", good arm strength, a smart quarterback. Obviously, you're smart if you're going to Duke. But when he went to the Giants, I guess it's a lot of pressure for especially a guy that's more introverted. not like Jackson Dart is, right? Jackson Dart loves the spotlight, and it shows. Like he likes the bravado, he likes the Broadway, he likes the being cinematic, and Daniel Jones is not like that. Daniel Jones wants to just go home, not go out, go eat a cereal in the morning, and go to football, right? That's what he wants to do, and
It's
that's
made for
that's
Indianapolis.
okay. And that's great for Indianapolis, right? They just love football. He loves football. That's it. Hey, I want to play football. I want to go home. That's it. That's all you got to do in Indianapolis. So Daniel Jones is obviously very surprising. Sam Darnold, you could say surprising, but he did this with Minnesota. So I'm not really surprised with that. What I'm surprised about, is basically I'm actually surprised about the Patriots. I didn't think the Patriots would be ready
Yes.
this season. I didn't
No,
think they
me.
were going to be ready this season. You're a Patriots fan, so you can take the reins on this. Can you enlighten me about your Patriots and why are they so successful this season, please?
Okay, honestly, I think that it's very similar to the Colts. I think that they have a very similar type of situation going on where they're playing a year ahead of where they should be, right? And I think that it does catch up to them here in the second half of the season and without a question in the playoffs. What we're seeing, Drake May, in my mind, is a superstar, unquestionably better than Daniel Jones. And you give him a guy like Stephon Diggs, who is on a little revenge tour, probably the last, good year, maybe two of his career. And he's making everyone around him better. He's making it easy for Drake May to have open receivers. Everyone's open. It feels like someone's open on every single play. We have no run game. There's no run game there at all. You have a very stout defense. And Drake May has the ability to put balls in spots that most people don't. I mean, he's got a special arm, a special mind, and he is an athlete. So if people aren't watching Drake May, you need to be. This is a real legitimate MVP candidate right now in his second year. Definitely a year ahead. I thought next year would be the year we would see the superstar come out, but we're already seeing it. No matter what happens this year with the Patriots, they're a huge surprise. And I'm happy to see the growth that they've been showing. Hope that they can find some run game, but they're a huge surprise this year. They're right up there with the Colts to me.
Yeah, I mean, they look good. I mean, they're winning games, and they're not even winning games, right? Because I'm a big believer in the Packers this year. I know they lost to the Panthers and the Browns, but I'm a big believer. I think they're a very, very balanced team. I think they're good. But the Patriots are doing what the Packers should be doing, right? They should be blowing out bad teams. And
Yeah,
they blow out bad teams
they
and
do.
they give them no room to breathe. And like versus the Tennessee Titans. I mean, Cam Ward,
Perfect.
I felt bad. I felt bad for him. I mean, Cam Ward, I mean,
I did.
I don't rate Cam Ward. I don't think he's a good quarterback, but
I don't even,
I I mean, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, Cam Ward was struggling. Remember when Sam Darnold said he was seeing ghosts? Cam Ward was seeing ghosts. And that's just what it was. He was
yeah.
happy feet in the pocket. Remember with Cam Ward in Miami, so nonchalant, right? Just walking to the line, walking out of his three-step drop, being so lazy in ways that like you as a football nut you just lose your mind, right? If John Gruden saw that, he'd make him run 10 laps. And now you see that same guy have happy feet against Chiasson, who had a fumble six on him, and
Yeah.
just dominated the O line of the Titans. But yeah, I mean, I think that the Drake May, I think he's a very, very good, very good solid quarterback. I think he's getting a lot better. I was really worried though in the Atlanta Falcons game when they started putting pressure on him and he started
Yeah.
revolt.
You saw it. You saw the old Daniel Jones.
We started seeing the youngness of Drake May, that everything can't be just daisies and sunflowers, and he has to see that and he has to learn and he has to be like, all right, I got to work on some stuff. Even though I'm playing well right now and our team is playing well and we're winning games, I didn't like how I played that last second half.
Agree. I agree. Yeah,
One
I
more
mean,
thing.
you got the Bears, the Seahawks, the Patriots, and the Colts.
Yeah.
Really are the super surprising teams of the year. I mean, we can't forget about the one team that I also want to throw in there, which is the Bucks. And I think the Bucks are such a unique case. Like every time Mike Evans goes out, Baker Mayfield looks like the MVP. And they're winning games against tough teams. They're crushing inferior opponents. And then Mike Evans comes back, and for some reason they have a regression, and they just can't figure it out. But they're 6-2. Baker was my MVP hopeful until a week or two ago, and really shocked what the Bucks are doing right now. They're a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, the Bucks are very very fun to watch. I mean, the Bucks. They're Baker or bust. I mean, that's basically their whole team is Baker or
Yeah.
bust, and you can't really you can't fault Baker for doing what he's doing. I mean, he was the MVP for a while. I mean, if you want to talk about the most valuable player, he was winning games literally by himself with a rookie receiver, Igbokwe, and they were just dominating. Bucky Irving was hurt, and that loss, his loss to the Lions, where they didn't score a lot of points, was an actual issue. Then they had a bye, so people forget when you go on bye. A lot of people forget that what happened previously, especially if it happened 3 weeks ago, and that's what happened with Baker Mayfield. But yeah, they're a very surprising team. But when you have NFL stuff, right? You have to also talk about the NBA because the NBA just started, right? It started 2 weeks ago, and there's a lot been going on right now, right? We want to talk about some big things in the Eastern Conference, right? Because the Eastern Conference, is it really, really bad as everybody seems it is? I mean, we have the Bulls are 6-1. You're gonna say, yes, the Bulls are 6-1. They're bad. Okay. But they look like a good team. They had a very good comeback win against the Joel Embiid led 76ers and Maxey, I should say. Is the Eastern Conference is it good? Is it finally back to being prominent where it was a decade ago?
I can't say it's prominent, but I will say this. It is really good basketball. It's really quality run. Like you get to see a lot of quality basketball being played, which we didn't see that for a long time. And that goes all the way down to the 6th spot, right? Where you'll find like the Sixers, the Bucks, the Cavs, Knicks, Pistons, Bulls. There's going to be a lot of good basketball coming here late in the year. Eventually, we're going to see the Magic pick it back up and get back to the top of that list. And we'll see some Miami Heat fun coming up as well through the year. So there's going to be 8 good teams, legitimately good teams that could be anybody on any given night. So yeah, I'd say it's close to back. And it's really fun to watch, man. The Bulls are super surprising. I think they're due for a regression just like the Spurs are. Both teams had a really hot start to the year. You got new lineups. You didn't really get a chance to see them at all last year in the preseason. So what Giddey's doing with the Bulls is incredible, man. I mean, the guy's averaging 24, 10, and 9. 24, 10, and 9. They literally got rid of Zach LaVine to make Josh Giddey their focal point, their centerpiece, and it's working.
Yeah, Josh Giddey, I mean, you're talking about being a team and most valuable. I mean, what would that team be? They have no Kobe White right now. What would that team be without Josh Giddey? He single-handedly won him that game versus Philadelphia. I mean, if you want to talk about a single-handed performance, he literally got every rebound, passed the ball, and scored the ball. What else do you want from a player? And the funny thing is they were actually struggling to pay him. They're like, do we pay him? Do we pay him? Is he gonna walk because he was a free agent? Are we gonna give him a good offer? And they finally agreed to give him a good offer that he liked, that he resigned with the Bulls. But if you want to think about it, Shaedon Sharpe, they have no hesitation about Shaedon Sharpe. No hesitation about Shaedon Sharpe. No hesitation about Kyle Kuzma. But, Josh Giddey, we have hesitations about. Why? He got traded for Caruso. That's what it is. Maybe. White guy. He got traded for Caruso, right? Well, it was a fit. I mean, if you're going to look back on it, obviously the Thunder won that trade just because they won a championship and Caruso was a big help.
You got the ultimate goal.
Yeah, you reached the pinnacle. And if you reach the pinnacle with a key player like Caruso, then you win a trade. That's how it goes in any sport. But Josh Giddey is a very, very good consolation prize for the Bulls. And the Bulls, if he can actually lead them to maybe a top 3 or 4 seed, they're going to be legit, especially when Kobe White comes back. But how about the 76ers? I mean, we have the 76ers too. They're winning games. I think they're a good team. Maxey's balling out. He's averaging over 30 points a game. Edgecombe looking amazing. I mean, how else can you talk about the Sixers? They don't even have Paul George yet. What's his name's on Joel Embiid's on minute restriction. This team doesn't look as bad as everybody makes it seem to be.
They don't. I completely agree. And we know what Maxey brings to the table. We know. That guy's a superstar. He's been showing us that for years. I think Embiid has definitely had an interesting regression that I didn't really expect this year. But the one thing that I can absolutely say for certain is VJ Edgecombe is going to be special, man. He is so much fun to watch. I'm loving every bit of it right now. And I really just hope that he's able to, take that next step and be a guy that takes his team where they need to be. The Sixers are fun. Even Kelly Oubre looks amazing right now. I mean, they got a lot of really good pieces on that team. They move the ball really well. They play defense well together. They're fast. They're athletic. I really like watching the Sixers, and I haven't said that in a long time.
Yeah, Kelly. Whenever I put actual dollars on Kelly Oubre, this guy sells hard. But then whenever I watch him play, he makes every shot. I mean, that's Kelly Oubre
Yeah.
in a T right there, right? And Kelly Oubre is playing really well right now, and he's playing well. But VJ Edgecombe, I mean, if you want to talk about a player that is polished, you have to understand there's players like Jordan Poole that doesn't understand what's going on, even though he's a good offensive player. You have to get to your spots. That's what Kawhi Leonard does well. That's what Kobe Bryant did well. That's what DeMar DeRozan does well. Every single great scorer, KD, they get to their spot. And VJ Edgecombe, he knows that, and he gets to his spot. It's a one dribble pull up. It's either a catch and shoot. It's a floater. He gets to the same spots on the court, and he shoots majority of his shots from there. And that's how good players become great players. And he already has that at around 20 years old right now, and that's amazing to see.
And you can see him taking advice from other people too. He's learning. He's not like he's a humble type scorer, which isn't often you see. But now you got two of those type of guys, like just good, happy energy. Him and Maxey on the same team. You just got two guys like really likable guys. And Embiid is not a likable person at all. Most people don't like him, right? And I don't have any problem with him. But then you got the two most likable dudes in the league, honestly. Like Maxey is literally the nicest guy ever. Everybody in the league talks about him all the time and the energy that he provides. And he's just such a special dude. And now you got VJ Edgecombe, and the games are just elite, man. I mean, they're fun right now.
Yeah,
but
they're
eventually, that Magic team who's coming together, getting a couple people back from injuries, they're going to be so scary. The Pistons and the Magic are my two favorite, man. I love watching those guys play.
Yeah, the Pistons. I mean, Cade Cunningham. I mean, this guy's going to be an MVP for sure. Without a doubt, will be an MVP one day. I mean, this guy's going to average like 27 and 10. Yeah, he's going to average like going on 27 and 10 at like 23 years old or whatever he is right now, and he is that good. Jalen Duren just had a 20 and 20 game. I mean, just balling out as well. Ausar Thompson, he said, "Hey, you guys forgot about me. You guys think my brother's better? No way. I think I'm better," and he's proven it too. Ausar Thompson is playing well. We lost you a little bit, Seth, right there. But Ausar Thompson is playing very, very well. Duncan Robinson was a very questionable signing, I'll have to say. He's been a very, very questionable signing. Even though he's playing well now, don't give a guy like that who's a good shooter, not a great shooter, $16 million. But hey, I'm not the one putting out the checkbook, right? Seth, did we lose you?
No, I'm here.
Okay. Well, your camera's off. But yeah, but we have the Pistons. There you go. You're back. Perfect. The Pistons are a very, very good team. They're a scary, scary team. You know, even Ron Holland. Like, you want to talk about a jump? Ron Holland's gotten a lot better as well. I watch this Piston teams a lot because I actually like Cade Cunningham, like you said, and I love this Magic team as well. This Magic team is so good. What do you love about the Magic team?
I love the pieces that they have. I mean, they have so many guys that were that dude, right? Like, look at all the guys that were the number one guy coming out of college, out of high school, and they're all coming together. And you can see it's going to mesh once they figure it out. And if they can play an entire year healthy, they are I believe, the most talented team in the East. Here's the big difference. They don't have Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham is that dude, right, in the East right now. He's that guy. He's the guy this is like Brandon Roy, what we thought he was going to be. That's what Cade Cunningham is. He's that guy. And I hope that we get to see Cade really take over the East and become what I see him being, which is the face of the East, that LeBron-esque face. However, do not sleep on your boy Giannis, man. He's having his best year ever right now, adding the one thing that he's always wanted, a 5 that could stretch the floor. Give him Miles Turner. Oh, man, it's crazy. Somebody who could block shots and hit threes, set him screens. It should be illegal, them running a two-man game. It's insane to watch, and I think that the Bucks are a serious, serious competitor once again.
Yeah, Giannis is balling out. He just hit a game winner versus Indianapolis.
A turnaround jumper from Giannis.
Yeah.
What is happening?
I was watching that game live. I'm like, what is this guy doing? I'm like, go to the basket. You have, I think it was like Aaron Neesmith on you. I'm like, go to the basket. And then he's like, nope, fade away, dirt jumper, hit it. Yeah. Indianapolis, just the crowd, boo them as well because they were booing Miles Turner. And the Bucks is obviously because of that rivalry. But they got the win. And Giannis shows how good he is. And now we have players that go like Miles Turner to the rival team. And I don't know if I have it here, but I guess we'll just do breakout stars. So we're talking about it. We were already talking about it, but we had Giddy again. Giddy comes from a different team, comes from the Thunder. He gets traded from Caruso 2 seasons ago, or two off seasons ago, and now Giddy's balling out. Who are your breakout stars that you have right now to start the first 2 weeks?
I mean, Giddy has definitely been one, no question. Another one I want to talk about is someone I really love watching is Jalen Johnson. I don't think anybody's watching Jalen Johnson on the Hawks, man. That guy has such feel as a scorer, as a distributor, such a great, real legitimate two-way player, like a future core piece. I truly believe he is the centerpiece of the Hawks. I know I'll probably get some flack for that. It's not Trae Young, it's Jalen Johnson. I mean, the guy's 6'9", 6'10". He's a 3-level scorer. He's got to have a 7'5" wingspan. It's ridiculous. He had a dunk where his elbow was at the top of the square last week. Jalen Johnson is one of my favorite breakout stars of this early year. I always knew it was coming, and I'm happy to watch it. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you were saying another Jake LaRavia, because you've been hooping and hollering about how good Jake LaRavia has been on Instagram, and he's been balling. I mean, Jake LaRavia's been balling. But you also have to talk about his other white brother over there, Austin Reeves. I mean, Austin Reeves has been killing it. I'm not even a big Austin Reeves guy, right? I have friends that we obviously live in Southern California, so we have a lot of Laker friends, as we are Clipper fans, and we have a lot of Laker friends, and they're talking about Austin Reeves. They would take Austin Reeves over everybody right now. I have a friend that said me Austin Reeves is better than Cade Cunningham. That's how delusional right now people are about Austin Reeves. This Austin
Tell me
Reeves,
who said that so I can find him.
His name is Armand Ghanaian.
What an idiot. What an idiot.
And then he said Franz Wagner's worse than Austin Reeves. So I mean, this is what I'm dealing with right now, living in Southern California. But Austin Reeves has been playing really well, and it's showing that he's just that good of a player. I mean, he could be that number 2. He could be that Kyrie Irving. But again, is it the greatness of Luka Doncic? Yes, you could say he scored 50 without him, but is it the greatness of Luka Doncic and how much help is needed to be guarded to guard him? Right? McDaniels can't guard him solo. You need to have Naz Reid be helping. You need to have Anthony Edwards be helping.
The whole team is helping.
And it leaves guys like Austin Reeves open and Jake LaRavia and Rui Hachimura and those guys. But Austin Reeves has been balling. I mean, even though he had 22 free throws, he went 21 out of 22 against the Kings. He's been playing well. I have to put him as a breakout star, right? I mean,
I'm going to give you another one. I got to throw this one out there. Deni Avdija.
Oh, we're taking the same guy. Oh my God. I mean,
Deni,
legend.
Oh my God, that guy is so much fun to watch. He's a monster. He runs people over going to the rim. He's just a big body. He feels like a big body point guard. Guy has everything. Super physical, great stroke, unlimited bag. He's once again a 3-level type of scorer. He can hit you anywhere. He's a good playmaker. He's a solid defender, and you could tell he's just got a motor on him, man. That guy could play 48 every night. He's never going to load manage. I love his game. I love watching him play. I can't believe Tiago Splitter's his coach, but it's fun to watch, man. He's fun to watch.
I mean, call me crazy. Deni Avdija is basically a smaller Giannis. I don't care. He's a smaller Giannis. He's a guard level Giannis.
Yeah.
Right. He can play point guard. He bullies people in the basket. And people don't credit his foul bait game. This guy's one of the best foul baiters in the NBA by far. He's like top 5. Him, Giddy,
so good.
SGA, Luka, Jokic, like those, like top. Oh, Joel Embiid obviously as well, but he's like up there. He's with that in that class. He is a free throw magnet. I mean,
dude, tell me he doesn't kind of remind you of like Paulo Banchero.
Yeah, like he's better than Paulo Banchero. I don't care. He's better than him.
I think so too. He's a more refined version, but they have a very similar style. It's straight bully ball with unlimited bag. It's like if Blake Griffin could have ever figured out how to have a bag, that's what he would have been.
And let's talk about the unselfishness as well. How unselfish he is as a passer. I mean, he's letting Shaedon Sharpe get shots on the team, and Shaedon Sharpe's terrible, right? Shaedon Sharpe
Drew Holiday shooting threes.
Yeah, Drew Holiday's over here trying to run offense. I'm like, bro, go sit your old ass in the corner. What are you doing?
That team is so interesting. Just think about when Scoot or when Dame come back. Like that team's gonna be kind of solid.
Yeah, that team's gonna be a lot of guard heavy, and I think Scoot Henderson might find his way out of that team because hey, we have Dave Lillard, we have Drew Holiday. What was that,
dude? Honestly, Deni Avdija is the greatest Jew to ever play basketball.
Oh, by
Fact.
far. I mean, he is
He's
the
doing it
he's
for our
the
people, man. He's
I think
doing
he's
it.
the
He
he,
really
I mean,
is.
if you can you imagine if he didn't play in Portland, if he got traded to the Clippers or the Lakers in Tinseltown? Oh my goodness. I mean, this guy would be like in every commercial. You think Luca and LeBron are famous? Denny Avdia would be, and you think Shohei is famous? Denny Avdia would be the man here. He would be invited to every single party. He would be on every single uh what's it called? The posters on the streets. That's how big of a star
Billboards.
Denny Avdia would be.
Yeah, I
Denny
believe
Avdia
it.
is just, yeah, he's just that good of a player. I mean, he's a triple double magnet as well. He's always gonna be close to getting a triple double. Him and Giddy, I mean, they get no respect, they get no love. I wonder why, but they get no love, and it's sad to see, right? But we were talking about LeBron, right? I mean, we're talking about Luca, and we're talking about Austin Reeves, and we're talking about Jake LaRavia and the Lakers. When LeBron comes back, if he comes back, what is gonna happen? Does he fit in with this team?
Yes, I think this is such a silly question. Everyone's asking that. LeBron fits in with any team. It's LeBron James, okay? He's going to fit in. Now, here's the difference. I think he does. He's passed that torch on to Luca and knows this isn't his team and knows he's going to fit into a role. And I do believe that's a big reason why he decided to sit out his first opener, is to let them gel together, find their role, and it's working. And it's allowing DeAndre Ayton to be able to find a niche as a role guy, just a guy who's an elite rim defender and finishes with floaters and dunks, and that's all we need from you. They have a system. You can squeeze LeBron into a system. It's the first time in LeBron's life that the system isn't built around him, and he needs to find a way in. One of the sharpest basketball minds ever. He is going to find where he fits in. He might just be a 10 and 10 guy, right? 10, 10, and 8 might be what he looks to do. He might play that high post and just start feeding the ball around, not be going to the rim as much, give himself the ability to play through the season and give this team a real hope. So, yes, he fits in. No question.
Yeah, LeBron, if he's going to fit in, I mean, this is what I believe about him sitting out right now. I believe he's sitting out because of contract talks, right? Because we have to remember, in the offseason, he said he was looking for a new contract. Lakers said, no way in hell we're giving you a new contract. He said, okay, I'm going to choose to opt out and look at other places. He looked at other places. No one else has cap space besides the Brooklyn Nets. Are you really going to waste your last couple of years with the Brooklyn Nets? No
Hell
way.
no.
So now I believe, this is what I think. I think he's sitting out. He has nerve damage in his sciatica or whatever he has. I don't know what it is. I'm not a doctor, right? Don't quote me. But he has an issue with that. He's like, hey, I'm gonna sit out, and then I want to get traded because I want to be. I want to get traded or I want to get a new contract because I'm not gonna play, get injured, and then that's it, right? Because again, even though LeBron's worth a lot of money, he cares about his money because LeBron's not gonna. I guarantee you, the Lakers said, "Hey, we'll give you a 3-year deal for 45 million," and LeBron says, "Yes, Lakers will do that in a heartbeat." He's not doing that. He wants his 2-year, 100 million with a player option. That's what LeBron wants because he deserves it. I mean, the guy is one of the greatest players ever, and you can't even say that he kind of fell off because his fall off is still a top 15 player in the NBA. I mean, he's
Yeah.
still averaging 24, 8, and 8. So LeBron, I think that he's waiting for a new contract or he's waiting to get traded and somebody to sign him. The people said the Mavericks are speculating to sign him, but who knows? I don't know. Nobody knows really besides Rob Pelinka and LeBron. But I think that LeBron needs to fit in the role, like you were saying. He needs to call his best friend Draymond Green and say, hey, I want to be a third option. I want to be a third option. I know I'm the leading scorer of all time. I want to be a third option. What do you do to impact the game the way you impact the game? And then Draymond Green's going to answer the phone and say, you got to play defense. And LeBron's going to hang up and says, no way in hell I'm playing defense. Okay? That's just what's going to happen. LeBron's going to say, no way in hell I'm playing defense.
This is the reality. If DeAndre Ayton can be a real defensive anchor for them, which I think he may be capable of, if he can let his ego go for the whole season, that will make it so LeBron will believe. If LeBron believes, if he has hope, he'll play defense. He'll pass the ball more. He won't take terrible shots. It all comes from that idea of hope. You have to have hope. You have to have belief, right? Just like any player in the NBA, if you don't believe that your team gives you a chance to win, you're not going to play defense.
So do you
You're
think
not.
LeBron's going to be like a corner sitter when he comes back?
No,
Because
I no, I don't. I think he'll be in the middle of pick and rolls a lot. I think he'll be the big decision
the high
maker.
post guy and then
He'll
do
play
the
the
pull on
Draymond role is a
threes.
perfect description. If he plays a Draymond role and this team looks like they do right now, and they hit shots and they find one more shooter. I don't know if it's Laravia, whoever it may be. They're going to find
Connect.
one more person. He's trash. I don't believe in him. They got to trade him, honestly. Yeah.
Connect. Yeah, Connect.
For my,
Connect defense. Connect's defense isn't there, right? I mean, that's probably the reason why he's not playing. But I mean, I tell you right now, it's not Bronny either. Okay, so people playing Bronny, I mean, I don't know what's going on over there in the lip with the Lakers, but again, I think that LeBron, he can't.
ass.
He's terrible. I think
God,
LeBron can fit in, but he needs to take a significant role reduction. And
do you
it's
think
okay
he's capable of that?
that his ego is so big? I don't know. That's the
Is
thing.
he capable of it? Yes or no?
I don't think so. I think what I saw when Luka first got there, he made it. If you watch that game versus the Jazz, when Luka first played, he made it known. Hey, I'm still the best player on here. He was trying to score 30 points. He got 10 rebounds. I think he had 8 assists. He was trying his hardest to get a triple double. He didn't do it, but because they're blowing him out. But again, he tried his hardest, and he actually got injured in that game. That's the funny part because he was trying his hardest, playing up 20 with like 8 minutes left. That's LeBron.
But at the same time, I think it's like, hey, listen, Luka, you need to get your ass in shape this summer, and if you do so, then I'm willing to pass that torch.
And he did, and I think LeBron had a good talk with Luka about getting in shape. I mean, let's not give all credit to LeBron about Luka getting in shape, but I mean, Luka is balling. I mean, this guy's the second best player in the world. So
it's insane. He really is. It's so wild to me watching him play. Like, if you're a center and you're playing with Luka and you can't have 10 layups a game, you're ass. You need to be out the league. Like, he makes it so easy.
That was DeAndre Ayton the first game of the season.
I know. I was like, oh my God, he's not going to figure it out. He's not going to figure it out. But then the game against the Spurs, oh my God, he was perfect. He's the reason they won that game. Obviously, Luka had 100 points. But, like, if they don't have DeAndre Ayton blocking those shots at the rim in clutch moments, getting offensive rebounds on Wemby, and having strong mid-floater finishes from, like, 7 to 8.
Then he's Jackson Hayes.
Dude,
and then you don't want that.
Hayes is so useless. They needed somebody like Ayton to be an anchor to play 35, 38 minutes a game and be effective. And it's kind of working. It's working.
Yeah, you know what's funny is this guy Jackson Hayes was 0.4. It was the funniest thing ever. 0.4 seconds right on the clock. They thought it was 0.1. Okay, they check in Jackson Hayes. Hey, Jackson Hayes, be a big guy, stand there. And then they went to go review the clock. 0.4. JJ Redick's like, no, Jackson Hayes, come back to the bench. We don't need you for this 0.4 seconds. Hey, you might fuck up for this 0.4 seconds. Get your ass back on the bench.
And then the craziest part is that you're going to put in DeAndre Ayton. That's the funniest thing ever. Is you're going to put in DeAndre Ayton instead of Hayes, and then he gets his passes lightly touched by Kelly Olynyk right over his hands for a great look for Champagne to get a little game winner. It was close.
Exactly. And he choked and he sold the free throws.
I just got to say this about the NBA as a whole. Everyone talks about the NBA slander is ridiculous to me. People talk about the viewership being down and the game's not the same. Shut up. This is the best it's ever been. There's more parity across the league than there's ever been. Every team has at least one person who you need to be watching. Every single team. And any team can win on any given night in the NBA, which has not been the case in the last 20 years. It's just the reality. The NBA is the best it's ever been. It is a global game now. It is not just here. You don't just get viewership in the United States. You got viewership in every country around the world watches this game. It's booming. It's growing. They're doing great things with the game. I love watching the NBA. I have never been this into it 8 games into a season. I normally don't get this into it until the end of November. It's incredible. I can't help myself from watching. It's the best.
Yeah, you're right. The NBA is good. I mean, if you realistically wanted David Stern NBA back, where the cap didn't matter, there was no hard luxury tax on it, right? If there's no hard cap, there's no luxury tax on it. The Clippers would be the best team in the NBA. I mean, that's just
by
true.
far.
The Clippers would be the best team in the NBA. I mean, Steve Ballmer has the most amount of money. He actually cares about the team. He built a $2 billion stadium that he funded himself. That guy, you want to talk about real? He even went to the depths of having Kawhi Leonard as a very, very, very branded tree ambassador for a program where he got $20+ million, and that's how much. That's how much Steve Ballmer wants to win. And if you want to have back to that NBA and say that NBA is fine, then the Clippers would have Kawhi, they would have Harden, they would have Zubac, they would have Giannis. Remember, Giannis was supposed to get traded there too recently. They would push for all those guys to be there, and that's what would happen. But hey, the NBA is great right now. I mean, there's a lot of parity, like you said. I mean, the East. I mean, like the East, they have the Knicks, the Pistons, the Bulls, the Celtics are still there. I mean, there's a lot of good NBA teams left in the East, and there's a lot of good teams in the West in the NBA as well. What do you think is more balanced, the NFC or the NFC AFC or the East or West?
NFC, AFC. God, the NBA needs to get rid of that. I've been saying that for a while. Like, if they could honestly just get rid of this, make conferences, stop doing East and West. Like, I don't know why the Memphis Grizzlies are in the East. Or in the West. It's clearly on the East Coast. It doesn't make any sense to me.
New Orleans?
What? How are these teams in the West? It doesn't make sense to me at all. If you're going to split it by that, then just split it in half and separate it. It makes zero sense to me at all how some of these teams are in the East versus the West. But no, they need to make conferences. The conferences would be so much better. Look at the way they're showing you the blueprint with the cup that they're doing right now, right? And we got some beautiful cup games on tonight that are looking like they're going to be amazing. And I'm excited to watch them. I'm really excited for Friday Night Basketball on Amazon. They've done a great job. Amazon, I mean, look, you got Dirk Nowitzki, Blake Griffin, Steve Nash, and Udonis Haslem together. So much fun to watch. I love NBA.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. But before we go, we have to do Week 10 NFL picks because that's just how it goes.
Yes.
We got to do Week 10
NFL is king. I want that to be clear. Make sure nobody thinks I think the NBA is bigger or better than the NFL. NFL is always king.
Yeah.
Let's go.
NFL is always good content. I mean, it's always
NFL's
good content.
King.
It's the best. But all right, do you want me to start first while you look around? Because I did a Week 10 NFL picks video on my channel, and I can talk about basically what I have on there. Yesterday I had the Raiders Broncos first half under, and I loved it a lot and I enjoyed it. And we got the dub, right? Because it was only 7-7 at halftime. But I'm gonna give you another pick right now. Let me find what I put, huh? Give me a second right here. Give me a second. Week 10 NFL picks. I had but still week 9. Wait, week 9? Oh, I made a mistake. Week 10 should be week 10. Most confident picks, updated Packers money line. I like the Packers this week. I think they're going to play well. I think they play the Eagles on Monday night or Sunday Night Football. I don't remember, but I think that they're going to get the win. They just played like crap against the Panthers, and I think that was a look-ahead spot while they're going to beat the Eagles this week. I think they're like minus 130.
Wow. I love that call. That's a big one. I would love to see that, honestly. I'm going to talk about this one for a minute because I believed in the Packers going into the year. Getting Micah, I thought, was that last thing that they really needed. I really believe Jordan Love is going to take that next step. The Packers do look very good, but they have not shown that moment yet. And this is their chance. We already know the Eagles can do it. They've done it. We know what they're capable of on any given Sunday, any given football game. I want to see the Packers beat the Eagles on a primetime game. I want to see them beat them decisively too.
Yeah.
I really do.
I mean, they definitely need to, because I mean they need to beat them decisively. What's your pick?
I'll give you a good one for this week. I will take the Lions spread against the Commanders no matter what it is. It's sitting at 7.5 right now. If you could juice that 1 to 6.5, just get it for a clean even 7. It's the easiest money of all time.
Yeah, I think I have that same game, but I have Commanders Lions under first half. I think it's gonna be a low scoring first half. I think the weather is it in Detroit? Why did I take it? I don't remember why.
No, it's in Washington.
Yeah, the weather wasn't looking that great in Washington. That's what it was. And you have a backup quarterback. And the over-under last year was at like 55.5, and they scored like 100 million points in that game. And then now it's at like 47 or 48.5, 49.5, whatever it is, 50.5. So it just dropped down a lot. I guess you can say Jaden Daniels isn't playing, but I think it's going to go under first half. Under 24.5 has been working really well in the NFL this season in the first half. So I'm going to take that. Okay,
I'm going to give you my favorite. I'm going to give you my favorite one of the week. This is my favorite one of the week. I'm a Patriots fan. We just went over this. I said that they're due for a regression. There's no question about it. I think that this Bucs game is the game where we do get shown some weakness. I don't think Drake May looks the same against this very stout Buccaneers defense. And I think our inability to run the ball kills us. We're barely able to score in this game. Maybe like a 6-10 points type of game. And I think the Bucs give us 24 to 30, somewhere in that range. And it's kind of a wipeout. The Bucs at 2.5 is very light to me. I'm very surprised about that, but they're due for a regression. There's no way the Patriots are going to be 8-2. Bucs are going to be 7-2. Take the Bucs this week with the spread.
All right. Well, I have to counter that because I'm taking the Patriots plus 2.5. I'm taking the money line. I mean, Todd Bowles is 0-3 coming off a bye. The Buccaneers, I mean, they without Mike Evans, their offense is depleted. They have no receiver weapons. Igbuka's hurt hamstring, but he just had a bye, so it might be better for him. But you have to understand that the Patriots have a good rush offense when they want to with Travion Henderson. They're showing it right now. They are having a good rush offense. The receivers are elite. Diggs is good. Booty is good. Their defense is good as well. And I think Christian Gonzalez is going to shut all that shit down. I actually think so. I think Christian Gonzalez is one of the best corners in the NFL. And I think he's good enough to negate Igbuka enough, even though I think Igbuka plays in the slot. Maybe Gonzalez can travel. But I think he's good enough to negate Igbuka enough where he has to throw to Otten, where he has to throw to Tez Johnson, where he has to throw to Sterling Shepard. And I don't think those guys can beat the Patriots. I think Mike Vrabel is that good at game planning, and especially against a Buccaneers team where they have shown issues offensively, where Baker Mayfield's been inaccurate the last 2 or 3 weeks versus the 49ers didn't look that good. But I got to take the Patriots. I know you're a Patriots fan, and I know it kills you to say take the Buccaneers, but I'm going to stick with your team. I'm going to be a homer for you.
I get to win either way. Either I'm right or my team wins. So it's a win-win.
That's the best, isn't it?
It's the best. Also, Booty's out this week, just so you know. Stevenson's out, which I think is a great thing.
They lost.
Cut him immediately.
Just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. They're still gonna win. But all right, give me another pick. That's 2 so far.
Oh man, I think this one's really easy. Ravens Vikings. It's time for the Ravens to have a signature blowout win. JJ McCarthy gets brutalized against the defense. Finally, the Ravens defense looked like themselves last week. They looked like themselves. It was very refreshing to see Roquan Smith look like one of the best backers in the NFL once again, be able to do his thing. I think that they embarrass JJ this week. I think they really make the Vikings question a lot. And I think the Ravens are due for a quick 8-10 wins in a row. I think they're going to obliterate the Vikings.
Yeah, I like that pick as well. I like the Ravens as well. I think the Ravens are much better. I like their team total.
4.5
I like their
on
team
the road
total as well. I like their team total in a dome. No weather problems. I think that this is going to be a showcase game for them. I think the Vikings are not a good team, even though Brian Flores, their defensive coordinator, their defense is soft. They got absolutely brutally abused by the Chargers, and I can never unsee that. Okay, so I can't take the Vikings ever again this season because of what I just saw what the Chargers do to them. And it's a Chargers team that has an inept run offense as well, rush offense. So I'm going to take as well, piggyback with you. I'm going to take the Ravens, right? That's number 4, right? So let's do number 5. What's your 5th pick?
My 5th pick. Let's take a look. This is one that I love. I'm taking the Jets.
Aaron Glenn.
Take the Jets. I'm excited about it. They're not favored at home. The public is all over the Browns. And I do feel like the Jets are going to win this game for whatever reason. And you are going to agree with this. But whenever you start trading guys away in the NFL for whatever reason, for 1 week, your guys come out.
They show out.
They're trying to earn a roster spot for the next couple years. They want to earn their dollars.
Who the hell is Quentin Williams? Who the hell is Sauce Gardner?
That guy's nobody, man. I'm going to show a name for myself. You get 1 week. Look, after that week, everything goes back to normal. But for that 1 week after the trade, look at the Raiders last night. As much as that game was rough to watch, they played sound football as a team. They have no parts other than one really good end who's one of the best in the game, who we need to talk about more. But other than that, they have nothing, and they still played with a very good football team. So, yes, I'm going back. Jets are going to beat the Browns, and the Browns are going to turn to Shedeur after this week. That's it.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I don't think they have any really chance to. I mean, they're at least they have a good at least they have good rush offense, right? I mean, and that's
Yeah.
more than what the Saints have. I don't know what the Saints are good at, and I don't think they know what they're good at as well. But I'm going with the under for the I'm gonna under horror this week, right? I'm gonna go under for
Smart.
the I'm going under for the Bears Giants game. I like that under a lot. Um, it's cold. It's gonna be 36 degrees out there. The wind is 22 miles per hour. I think is throwing the ball,
Thanks, Dallas
especially
Rain.
for I think that throwing the ball is gonna be a problem. I think throwing the ball is gonna be a problem, especially with that wind. And it's gonna be like where one team can throw the ball one quarter and then the other team takes their turn in the second quarter. It's gonna be like that. And I think it's gonna be a low scoring game, maybe around 24 to 17, something like 41 points. But like a not like a 41 points quickly, like a 41 points, like, oh, it was 17-10 and then now or 17-14 as 21, whatever it is, whatever I said. But anyways, yeah, that's it.
Hey, this is fun. I hope we figure out this live thing. You and I can do this more often. There's
For
one thing I
sure.
got to say that I just realized somebody said to me this week that I think is so funny and so accurate about the NFL. So in the NFL, when you are the quarterback, it's all about winning. You have all the stats in the world. You got to win, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's the only position that that's the case for, right? Where you
Yeah.
can be considered one of the best. If you don't win, you can't be considered one of the best. Look at Max Crosby. I mean, he's top 2, top 3 defensive players in the
Max
entire
Crosby is a
NFL.
monster.
He's insane, man.
Nobody talks about him.
Nobody talks about him enough.
Well, they called offsides on him yesterday when he wasn't offsides, and that literally ruined the whole game. It was 1st and 10. It was supposed to be an incomplete to make it 2nd and 10.
At the same time, he is offsides like 4 times a game where they don't call it because he's so much fun to watch,
true.
and he makes the game
Fine.
exciting. But
He
the
lines up
point
offsides
being
a lot too.
the quarterback is the only position that you need to win. If you're a receiver, a running back, an end, a corner, it doesn't matter. Your stats matter only when you play those positions. You could be a receiver that has 20 touchdowns and has a crazy 120 catch year and only wins one game, and you're still a superstar. But if you win one game as a quarterback, you're a loser. You're a loser, and it's just so funny to me. Somebody brought that up to my attention. I wanted to say it on here.
Yeah, and that's for Brock Purdy. You're 0-2, man, or you're 1-2. Mac Jones is 3-1 or 4-1, wherever he is now.
That job. Mac Jones is not leaving that job. They got to.
And Mac Jones is better than you. And I'm sorry, but anyways,
He might be.
That's it for us today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe we can do this more often. It was really, really fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you.